And we are live. Welcome to the Push Power to Power show. And now I'm going to start doing like this. Yeraldy Media Network presents you the Push Power to Power show and the Kidpreneurs Vision Foundation. And today, I got an interesting person coming in here. I'm on a live interview. We're going live right now. You're gonna see. We're gonna talk about skin therapy. We're gonna talk about a lot about it in that section of the beauty part of it, and a lot of the things are gonna be great value, and you're gonna get to know Miss Andrea. So I'm so excited because I already did some work with her. We collaborated and we did it. I did some video work creation for her, and now we're doing the podcast. So I'm so excited for this show today and every show that we get in here. Everybody that I bring in here it's somebody that we get in here. You learn from their small business, not only from the small business, from the brand and themselves. Like them, like how are they going? How are they going through the COVID? The post-COVID, all of these things that you have questions about them. Be ready and ask questions to them. But I'm happy to have her here because I know that she's gonna give a lot of great value to you guys. So please pay attention. Get ready if you need to write it on your phone. Any questions or anything that you're gonna get value from the show tonight, from the show this evening. Is it even evening? Afternoon. Get it. Either you're doing it through your phone, either you're doing it through a notebook. Get it, guys. I'm excited to have her here. So let's get ready for the show. And we're back. I hope you're ready. I told you it's going to be an amazing show. Get your notebook, get your phone out, start writing some notes. Any questions that you're going to have for Miss Andrea, you better ask the questions, man. But before you even ask, you're going to hear a little bit about her story, a little bit about herself, and the great value that she's going to give out to you guys. I'm excited, as you can see. Oh, man, I'm about to get her in. But again, if you need any work for Yeraldy Media Network, either is content creation, raw content creation series, docu-series like I did for Miss Andrea, and including the podcast. Oh, I'm here for you guys, and also the Kidpreneurs Vision. If you're ready to donate for a great cause, I'm gonna be putting in here under in a little bit the Zelle. So any great cause that you wanna donate for the Kidpreneurs Vision Foundation, I'm starting to raise money for the foundation and doing the small events here and there. So I'm happy, but hey. Let's get ready for the show. The Push Power Power Show is here, and Miss Andrea is here. So let's hear from her. Bam. Hey.
Oh, hello. How are you, Jesus?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that you finished doing skin therapy. I saw the pictures too.
Yes, I did. Yeah, she was very pleased with her results.
I love that. I hope that if you haven't followed her, guys, I'm gonna put everything and so you can see the pictures and what she does. I'm over here already. I'm gonna leave the table for her because I want you to know who is Miss Andrea. I want you to know a little bit about a story about her from the beginning. She can explain, and then I got little questions to ask for her, and then she's just gonna go straight pray. We always pray. We know that. It's straight to the right. Straight to great value about what she does. So, in any questions, we're rolling the comments here. We'll put the comments in here. We'll answer them for you here live. All right, Miss Andrea, I'm gonna leave the table for you so you can start. I want the audience to know what do you do? Like, what was a little bit of your background story so they can know about you?
Well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. My name is Andrea Clark. I am an oncology trained licensed skin therapist here in the state of Texas. I'm also a licensed aesthetic instructor in the state of Texas. And I just love all things skincare. And most people are familiar with the term esthetician. My license does say licensed esthetician, but I use the term skin therapist because I like to enhance the skin. I don't do eyelash extensions or makeup or waxing or any of those things. I do strictly skincare, and I mainly concentrate on oncology clients, maturing skin, multicultural skin. I'm certified in that as well. And I also like to deal with teen boys because I am a boy mom, and I've learned that if you can get your son interested in skincare early, it becomes habit forming, and they will learn to take care of their skin once they leave your home. So I have been in this industry for a little over 2 years. Been in business for myself about the same time. I went to Ogle Hair, Skin, and Nails in Stafford. And like I said, I received my instructor license at Ogle as well. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit mainly about oncology aesthetics and what that is, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. So oncology aesthetics is fairly new in the industry, and it mainly targets skincare, specialized skincare for those who have received any type of cancer diagnosis. So it's not just skincare, it's any type of cancer. So if they are, going through, if they've had surgery or going to have surgery, have had chemotherapy, radiation therapy, or is on any type of medication, chemo meds, it's going to change the skin. It's going to change the skin drastically. Most of the time, their skin becomes very thin. Depending on how long they've been in treatment, it can become crepey. If they're receiving radiation therapy, they can get what's called radiation dermatitis, which can be very painful for the client. And so I have a special training that I have to have that certification renewed every 2 years, just like my aesthetic license, to be able to stay up to date on the latest breakthroughs in oncology. So when they come see me, they know that I've had special training and know how to deal with that particular skin type. So there's certain things that you have to know to make sure the client is safe, depending on where they've had surgery or depending on what type of cancer they have, what treatment they're going through. Because if they've just had radiation and it's not been over 3 weeks, then I cannot treat them because they're still radioactive. So I know the questions to ask. I know about their medications. I know about, their appointments and things like that, because all of that affects the skin. We don't realize how much what we eat, what's going on in our gut. If you've been sick, I had a client who had COVID, and it really affected her skin. It changed her texture. It made it very blotchy, and it took a while to get her skin back on track because the skin will reflect what's going on the inside.
And we have Katina Gilmore. She said, hello. Hello. Good afternoon, Miss Katina.
Hi, Miss Katina. She's one of my colleagues. She's an esthetician as well and a registered nurse.
Woo! Good afternoon. Thank you for being here in the show. We also got Mr. Connor Radke.
Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
He asked, I'm having hard pimples on my forehead. Kindly recommend something.
Okay, so now when it comes to pimples, the first thing I want to find out is how much water intake he's receiving, because a lot of times our skin is dehydrated. Okay, and when you have dehydrated skin and you've got bumps on the forehead or anywhere on the face, and those pores are not being extracted, or it's very hard to extract the pore, it's because the skin is dehydrated. So if you think about tilling a ground, okay, if you don't till it and make it moist in order to plant that seed, it's whatever's underneath that skin is going to be hard to come out. So you have to, number one, make sure you're hydrated, and then you have to exfoliate the skin to lift up those dead skin cell layers so that you can get to the pore and get inside and clean that pore out. Because what's inside of a pore is bacteria, dead cells, and sebum. So that's what's clogging up that pore. So if your surface is dry on top, that bacteria, dead cells, and sebum cannot come out. It cannot be extracted. It's going to be very hard to extract it, and that's why it's remaining on the forehead. So the first thing I would recommend is to get a very hydrating cleanser, preferably with something with a little glycolic in it to kind of help buffer that skin back. And then you need to exfoliate, depending on your skin type. If you're an oily skin type, maybe twice a week. I would have to further look at your skin and actually touch your skin to see what's really going on there. You have to look at medication, because the medication can affect the skin. How much caffeine are you drinking? Even alcohol. Those kinds of things will affect the skin, will cause the skin to become extremely dehydrated, which will keep that follicle clogged. So you have to make sure that the skin is soft and supple for the things that are clogging the pores to be able to come up and out.
Wow. That's really great information. I hope that you still here with us live and that you watched that, and it's okay if you left or you were busy, because you can come back to it later on. But I learned something new right there, and I'm just blessed to know that you asked that question. And anybody else that you have any questions, doesn't matter if it's man or woman, ask the question, because that's what she's here for. Thank you, Miss Andrea.
Thank you.
Oh, and I want to get into that little value that you already been given. You just came in and bam, bam. There's something that I was right there, and I know you have it behind there. It's a picture of a face that it just interested me when I was there, and I was like, oh, I need to have her explain that, like the whole face, because that right there is just like value. I didn't know. I know most of you probably don't even know the little things that are there, and they have the name of it, and then she will explain that to you guys.
So what I just held up is what we call in the aesthetics world, it's called face mapping. And what it does is kind of a guide, so to speak, to help us kind of understand what may be going on the inside. Okay, so typically if you're having breakouts or on the chin area, as you can see right here along the jawline, this usually speaks to your hormones. So a person may be having a hormonal breakout due to their menstrual cycle, or if they're perimenopausal or actually in menopause. And if you're having painful nodules on the skin, that's gonna speak to your hormones as well. So you're having some hormonal fluctuation going on. If you have right through this area of the face where you have like what I call little light bumps, and they feel very texture to the skin, that usually speaks to you have a sugar sensitivity and you have too much sugar going on in the body. A lot of the skin will reflect on what's going on with your gut health. So we have to make sure that we keep that gut flora balanced, making sure that we take our probiotics and eating plenty of dark green leafy vegetables to feed the skin from the inside.
Can you tell them what are the names in there? Because I know this is like bladder and then the hormones and then.
So up at the top here, if you're having some issues with your skin going on, with this will speak to the small intestine, the heart, the bladder. This right here usually speaks to your kidneys, and of course on the cheek area here, it's your stomach, your gut health, and then of course round through the jawline here is hormonal, and through your lungs, your colon, and your kidney, your bladder here. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. There we go.
There you go. They can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's post a picture also later, because I took a picture of it. But that's to me that was very valuable, because when I saw the cheeks and I was like the stomach. So I was like, in my mind I was like, what does that have to be? Cheek in the stomach. Like, what is the process of it? Or like you were already explaining the hormones, and like what is the process of having the stomach and then the bladder and then the forehead? How did they came up with this?
I'm not for sure how they came up with it, but I'm finding it to be true. Some people don't go by it, but from my practice, I'm noticing if I get to really asking questions about their diet, their lifestyle, how much water they intake, caffeine, alcohol, things of that nature. And it's what medications they're on, what they're, under physician for, it rings pretty true.
I like that. That's really good. One thing that I wanted to ask you, before you even were doing skin therapy, what
Mhm.
were you doing before? Before all of this? Like before you were Andrea, the skin therapist.
Oh gosh. Well, let me tell you a little bit how I got into skincare to begin with, because I was having problems with my own skin. I had a hysterectomy, and after that, my skin went haywire, and I did not know what to do. I did not know how to tackle my skin issues. And so I took to YouTube University, and believe it or not, I didn't even know what an esthetician was. And so I was talking to my husband, and I said, I think I want to go to school for this. And I said, I like, that we can actually do stuff with the skin and have hands-on contact with clients. And so my own personal skin issues and skin woes led me into go and receive aesthetics training. And from there, I just fell in love with the field, and I have not looked back. I continue to educate myself. And like I said, I was only in business for myself for a little over a year, and then we had to go on stay-at-home orders. So that kind of put a monkey wrench in a lot of things. But I just, while we were sitting at home, I went ahead and got my aesthetic instructor license, and I'm continuing to learn and continue to study my craft.
I love that. So that's one thing that probably the audience want to know.
Yeah.
What was that time when you, wherever work you were before, and you said, "Man, I gotta do more. I have to be myself an entrepreneur, have my own business." Like when was that time wherever you were that you said, "I gotta do this. No matter if family is gonna support me or friends, I just gotta do it because I know it's on me."
Well, going into aesthetics, I knew that I wanted to work for myself simply because I wanted to be able to, I didn't want to be able to put my clients into a time frame. If I know that I need to spend an extra 30 minutes on that client's skin, I want to be able to do that. I know working for someone else or a spa or even in, a med spa or anything like that, I would not be able to do that. I would be on a time crunch. I did not want that. I wanted to be able to schedule my clients to where they could receive the best possible service for their skin. Because the thing about skin, it's just like people, we're all unique, we're all different, and no skin is the same. So I wanted to be able to take my time and customize each treatment, especially with the first time they're marking my doors. I wanted to make sure that I sat down with them, that I discussed their health, their diet, their lifestyle. Do they exercise? Do they smoke? Do you drink alcohol? How much caffeine are you intaking? What's your stress level at home? We don't realize that life stressors affect the skin. Our career path. If we have a high stress level job, it can affect the skin. A lot of people don't understand you need to change your pillowcase.
Mm.
You know what I mean? More than every 2 weeks, because we don't realize how much we sweat, and the sweat and the dead skin cells and the salt and everything that's in that pillowcase, and we're laying on it every night, and that will affect the skin as well. A lot of times people don't understand they're not cleansing thoroughly enough. When it comes to a good skin, you can't, just slap product on it, rub it around, and take it off. You have to really work that cleanser into the skin so that cleanser can do its job, which is breaking down the dirt and the oil and the debris from the day in order to be able to have a clean skin. Because then you have to have a clean slate, in order to be able to put these serums on and things like that. Your serums are going to be what's going to actually change the skin. It's actually doing something in those skin layers. So, but you can't. You're not gonna get the results you want unless you have a very clean skin you're dealing with.
Wow. Did you hear that, guys? Man, I'm just mind blown right here. I hope that you are too, that you're learning something new, and that you have any questions right now that you're watching, or the people that are just coming in. Um, Ask anything. You're talking about skin therapy. Even if you have to, when we're done, you got to go back and watch it. That's fine. But right now, we're going to take a little break. And we're going to show you a little video out here of Miss Andrea. And we're actually going to show you a little, it's Saturday. You got to have a little movement there. I'm going to show you a little music video from the Kidpreneurs ambassadors, from the Kidpreneurs Visions Foundation. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
So, Tylen, you ready to be lit today?
Yeah, finna get turned, no?
I just want to know where the wings are. Yeah.
Let's get it.
I'm taking all of it off though.
It's the N-O-A-H, and you can find me in the H where the candy paint shine and the vibe is so great. We the youth and we speaking up, united with faith. Mom and dad told me protect my name and carry weight, and we all that. Check it, it's all facts. G's laughing, little Jesse, that's all racks. Yeah, the stock's raising the higher ratings, and we hot on fire like we Cajun. By the way, 3 wings is my favorite flavor. Can't stop, won't stop. Diddy about the paper, fresh cut line up with a little taper. Better hold your girl's hand, 'cause I might just take her. Throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop, let me see you. Throw that they chop, everybody. Throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop, let me see you. Throw that they chop, everybody. Throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop,
Home of the Astros, Rockets, Texans, and Dynamos. You can catch a slab or 2 parked by the summer go. We don't keep it true around here, just to let you know. Texas culture, you know how the South roll. Yeah, I keep it trusted with the long hair. G-style, you can help it if you stop or stare. We got a lockdown on H-Town everywhere. Thailand, Carmelo, saying hello to you, world. We do this for the boys and girls. A new wave, the G-boys take center stage. I'm proud too, with real lyrics to guide you. And other rappers clean up on our too.
throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop, let me see you. Throw that they chop, everybody. Throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop, let me see you. Throw that they chop, everybody. Throw that they chop, come on. Throw that they chop, well, it's certified Houston, Texas, picture the game. Right shocking in the floor with my pop switching lanes. Lyrically acclaim on the throne of rain. Little Jesse yelling diamonds on my piece and chain. And I'm on like a Tesla, more about to test ya. Beats on the mic, yeah, the kid just bless ya. Headed to the top, legendary like Pac. Biggest about to pop my music, beat at the block. I'm an H-Town king, I make the crowd scream. Ever since I became cancer, I've been living my dream. Trying to stack up a milli, T-Boys coming with me. I thought that they show when I'm rapping my city. Thought that they show, come on. Thought that they show, let me see you. Thought that they show, everybody. Thought that they show, come on. Thought that they show, let me see you. Thought that they show, everybody. Thought that they show, come on. Thought that they show,
Hello, my name is Andrea Clark, owner of Standard Beauty Aesthetic LLC. I am an oncology trained and licensed skin therapist here in Houston, Texas. You can find me at 16846 Royal Crest Drive, Suite B, Houston 77058. You can also find me on Instagram at Standard Beauty Aesthetic, Facebook as well, Standard Beauty Aesthetic, and I also have a YouTube channel, Standard Beauty Aesthetic. Come and see me.
Oh, and we are back. Man, did you see that video?
Yes, I did.
Man, those kids got talent, right?
Yes.
Man, I was over here, nobody see me. Like, throw that in, shot. Oh man, but now we're back. And now we're back. I want you to explain them about what is running right here. Text the word skin to 281-843-3029 to join the VIP Text Club.
Yes, so the VIP Text Club is something that I have for my clients that basically make them a part of the Standard Beauty Aesthetic family. So once they join the VIP Text Club, once a month they'll receive a special or an offer that will give them some type of discount off of whatever service I'm featuring for that month. And then every week they'll receive skin tips that will help enhance their skin while they're working on their skin at home.
Awesome.
It's very convenient. It's free. It's just something that they'll, hey, I'm a part of Standard Beauty Aesthetics VIP Text Club. I get special offers once a month, because a lot of times people, think of skincare as a luxury, and that's why I want to kind of change it a little bit here in our nation, because we tend to look at skincare as a luxury, but we forget that skin is an organ, and it's the largest organ. And if it's not healthy, it will not function properly, and it cannot do its job. So I also wanted to let the audience know that I do take the health savings account debit cards as well. So, if you're having money put into that, from your paycheck on your job once a month, then at least you know that you can use that to pay for your services as well. So I try to do everything to make it convenient and affordable for the client.
Oh, I love that. The debit card, what is that? Like you take a percentage of that, it helps?
No. Like if they have a health savings account through their job, I take those cards. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good, because I know that a lot of them, they do have all that.
Yes. It's very convenient. I've actually a couple of clients use it, and they like, wow, we didn't even know you did that. And so, yeah, it's very convenient for the client, and that way they don't have to come, out of their regular checking account. They already have that money set aside for this service.
So guys, don't forget, it's in the ticker right there. It says text the word skin to 281-843-3029 to join the VIP Text Club. Man, come on, man. Who doesn't want to be in the VIP Text Club? Join that, man. What are you waiting for? Well, now we got to get into something that maybe nobody has asked you before, Miss Andrea. Okay. Tell us a little story about yourself when you were young. Something that maybe was fun or embarrassed that happened to you through, I don't know, if you, whatever age that you remember. It doesn't matter, school or at home.
I was that awkward kid, especially in middle school, intermediate school age range. I had it all. I had acne, I had braces, I had glasses, and it was not a fun time. And I have a brother. I'm the youngest of two kids, and my brother has always had clear skin, no braces, no glasses, and never had acne. So it's funny that I got into skincare, because I've always struggled with that. But yeah, it's just been something that I've always had an issue with, but I didn't know how to care for my skin even back then. And then of course, back in that generation, at that time, we just use things on our skin to dry it out. We just, and you can't dry up oil, because oil comes from the inside. You can kind of balance it out, but if you strip your skin, you're going to mess up your acid mantle layer, which is what protects the skin. Your skin's not going to function right. Your barrier is going to be all off track, and the skin needs to be hydrated and moisturized to not just look aesthetically beautiful, but to function well. And so a lot of times when you're dealing with acne, it just we just want to just dry up the oil, but what happens, it has an adverse effect when you keep drying up your skin with those type of drying products and not replenishing with hydration. You're just going to make your skin produce more oil, because oil comes from a gland, comes from the inside.
Wow. So see, guys, it doesn't matter where you come from, what were you doing when you were young, or like she was saying, that the moments that she happened, but those are experiences that we think that we forget or you want to forget. But no, man, those moments, they happen, and you go back to them. You're like, hey, man, at that part of time they happen. Either somebody, made fun of me, or somebody bullied me, or the way how I was. But I'm like, now I understand how to, teach others not to be that way, or tell them stories that, I don't want you to be in the same situation that I was back in the day to our youth, that is out there. And I'm not telling them not to do it, but at least you kind of telling them what happened. So if they get to a moment that it might be somewhere around what happened to us, they'll be like, okay, I heard it. You know what? Let me not do it. Or if they do, that's fine. I mean, that's why life experiences are just blissful.
And I also wanted to say this to the audience, Jesus, as well. There's so much things that have happened in the care industry, so many breakthroughs that back in the day, it was just acne was just something you went through as a teen. And even though yes, the hormonal changes that are happening in a teen's body will cause you to produce more oil, which will cause you to have more oil produced in the pore, which will cause it to clog if you don't properly know how to care for that skin. But now there's so many breakthroughs, so many new products, so much we can do as skin therapists that you don't have to go to a dermatologist for, because they're going to prescribe you medicine because they are medical doctors. But a skin therapist, an esthetician, is a hands-on person. They're going to actually feel your skin. They're going to ask questions about your health, and you don't have to suffer with acne anymore. You don't. You can have clear skin through your teen years. And, if you think about how that affects someone's self-esteem, you don't have to deal with that anymore like we did back when we were coming up in that generation of young people. And same thing with oncology. And the reason why I wanted to do the oncology training for my business is because if you think about a woman who has received a breast cancer diagnosis and she's had, a double mastectomy, she's lost her hair from chemo, and just dealing with that type of heavy diagnosis, and then she's having skin issues on top of that, at least she can come and lay on my treatment table for an hour and 15 minutes and get pampered, but then have her skin enhanced, hydrated, soothed, because a lot of times that type of skin is very the skin becomes irritated and dry and it can become crepey and sometimes painful. So I know how to care for that skin, and that way they have that hour and 15 minutes or hour and a half to not worry about what they're going through.
Oh, thank you, man. That again, all of those little things is a process.
Yes.
To take care of our skin.
Yes.
And again, guys, don't forget, text the word skin to 281-843-3029 to join the VIP text club. Because as well, she's going to be giving you tips, and she's actually doing that on her pages already.
Yes.
But if you're in the club, you're going to have a lot of things that other people will probably don't know that they're following her, because you're in the VIP.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and you can find her in social media as Standard Beauty Aesthetic, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And I also have a website. My website is Standard Beauty Co. That's standardbeautyco.com.
You hear that? So any question or anything, just go to her social media and just send her a little message. Just like the guy that was here a while ago that asked about the acne or anything, just send her a little message. She will answer you back.
Yes.
She will tell you what it is. And if you have the time, set a day with her.
Yes.
Go over there, because she knows everybody. When she sees you, she'll know, okay, what kind of skin you have and what kind of products you need, right?
Yes. And I also have skincare products on my website as well. And it's actually through a company here locally in the Houston area. I use the Acute Derm product line. That particular skincare line was formulated by a dermatologist, and so they have the option of either going to Acute Derm and picking up the products through my website, or Acute Derm will send it directly to their door. It's very convenient.
Awesome. See? So don't let it. And again, she's pushing out there to have the teenage boys, and we all need that. The boys at that age, they need to get their skin clean. So again, any questions, go ahead and find her. And all the value that she gave today, I mean, wow. It was bang, bang, bang process. And don't worry, there's videos that she's going to start putting out there, content that we worked on them already, that they're done, and they're going to be more in the near future. So you can know a little bit more about what she does, the docu-series of what she's doing through her business, or things that are changing through the skin therapy that she knows on the products and stuff like that, or things that she's going to add in the VIP text club for the people that are already joining. Remember, you joined the VIP text club. But anything else that you want to mention? And the last thing for before we run out, something great value, something positive for the audience and the people that didn't get to watch it right now, but they will when we're replaying this and they will sharing this all over social media. Go ahead, let them know, Miss Andrea.
Yes, just rain, sleet, shine. SPF every day. Sunscreen is not just for the summer. Sunscreen is not just for the beach. Sunscreen is protection, protecting your skin from the sun's damage that it can cause the skin. So they need to be wearing sunscreen daily. They need to moisturize daily. The skin needs to be moist, soft, and supple. And when your skin is healthy, it will have a natural glow. And so I'm just all about really loving the skin that you're in, taking the skin you have and making it a better skin. Not against the makeup, but if you have a healthy skin and a clear skin, you won't feel the need to put on all the heavy makeup because it can become congesting as well if you're not using a mineral-based makeup. But I just want people to really know how to care for their skin and to know that they don't have to suffer with skin issues. There's things that we can do as skin therapists.
Man, thank you very much. I learned a lot of things new.
Thank
And
you.
I'm still gonna learn a lot of things because we're still gonna be doing work together.
Yes.
And I'm very blessed for this. And again, guys, don't forget to text the word skin to 281-843-3029 to join the VIP text club. And I'm just very blessed to have Miss Andrea here today, and that she pushed out all this amazing value out there from all the way to skin therapy to teenage, all of it. So again, if you are just getting in here, because I'm seeing people just getting in here right now, you missed all this good info. When I'm done, just start all over again and hear from the beginning. And again, ask questions, because when you ask questions and we're already resharing this, she'll be able to see it because it's already on her page also. And even if she doesn't see it, guess what? I'll see it, and I'll definitely ask her about that and send it to her. So that's not a problem. That's why we're here, to help each other out. Okay. Thank you, Miss Andrea. I'm just, with no words, because we gave a lot of great value in 37 minutes, and that's what it is. I know we probably could have done it in less, but I wanted the audience to know who you were, all of the little things you asked, that, what you said today was just amazing and blissful.
I appreciate you having me on your show.
Thank you very much. And it's not going to be the last time. So next time it's going to be probably different things that we're going to talk about. Maybe she's going to be doing somebody out there, and I'll be just, out there with the camera. Surprises.
Thank you to the audience for joining.
Thank you. And thank you, guys, because you're out here and you're giving us all for everything that you're listening to. Everybody that I bring in here, that I interview, they're going to give you great value. They're going to tell you their story. That's what the Push Power to Power show. It's more of your voice has power, because every single one of your voices have power, and you got a story. And storytelling is the best thing to do. And storytelling, everybody's story. My story is not better than yours. Your story is not better than mine. But everybody wants to hear it. And I know some of us are a little bit afraid of being on camera. You get over it. It's okay. But people need to hear you. People need to hear your voice, because it's power, and it has power. That's everything that I wanted to say. Any last thing before we wrap it up, Miss Andrea?
No, just the name of my company is Standard Beauty Aesthetic. I'm oncology trained. I'm also certified in multicultural skin and oncology aesthetics, and I specialize in maturing skin, multicultural skin, oncology aesthetics, and I love working with teen boys. So if you have a son who's struggling with skin, please, I would love to work with him.
Thank you very much, guys. And again, once again, anything that I'm here to help you, and that Miss Andrea can help you through her business as skin therapy, and me as Jesus Ortiz as being a podcaster and creating content for you, do not hesitate to give us a comment. Let us know. We're here for you. We're here to help you. We're here, small businesses, to keep on growing and to find a way out, and to adapt to new things, because you already know everything's a little crazy here and there with COVID happened, post-COVID, all of the things. But we're still here. We're still standing. So let's get it. And I love you guys. And y'all keeping an amazing, blissful Saturday. Your boy Jesus Ortiz from the Push Power to Power Show and Miss Andrea. We are out. Thank you and God bless.
Bye. God bless.